Hit that like button if you like this video, and subscribe for more quality content.
What's going on, guys? It's Dorian from Cravings, and today we're doing an ABC profile. Thankfully, this boy just made it off the ban list, back again to free reign. It's good that the ABCs finally got their power back, because it's nice to play something that isn't just Strikers or True Draco or anything that's simple. This pretty simple, but a little bit harder. But if you want to do the cool things that you can do, like break a board or make a full U-Link or just play to have fun, this is the deck for you. You don't need a lot of these cards to do well, but you do need some of them if you're trying to play this competitively. Obviously, of course, to start, it's 3A Assault Core. Of course, being returned from 1 back to 3 means that he's not as broken as Konami thought. 3 B-Buster Drake. We have 3 Sea Crush Wyvern. There's no reason not to play 3 of each. This is a competitive but casual deck, so you shouldn't really worry about playing one less of the other. You're not worried about bricking as much. You want to see the pieces as often as you can, and you'll see why in the rest of the video. The second hand traps, we're playing 2 Droll because the meta right now, if you're playing against Rogue or anything else out of regional, Droll is the card that you want to hit. You want to be able to use this against other people as much as you don't want it to hit you. So just to prevent the bricking, we have it at 2 instead of 3. Your go-to prevent all, stop all, hits pretty much everything, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring at 3. This was tough because a lot of people play it at 3. I wanted to play 2 Gold Gadget and 2 Silver Gadget. I find they're bricky. You can only use their effect once a turn. You're really only going to make 1 rank 4, maybe even 2. The free special summon is great, but until Platinum Gadget comes out, it's not really worth playing them at 3. Gives you room for other stuff as well. Other stuff like these things. 3 Call by the Grave, there's a reason why they're back at 3. It's because you don't want to get hit with any of the ghost spells or pretty much any of the hand traps that are going to stop you from going off. So Call by the Grave gets rid of some stuff. It also gets rid of a few of the FTKs or a few of the more competitive decks. You can hit a monster or pretty much anything that you're worried about. 3 Union Hanger and 2 Terraforming, so it's 5 Union Hanger. You want to make sure you see Union Hanger. It starts the combos. It's going to get you what you need. Terraforming, of course, is at 2, so rest in peace, at least for now. We're playing a small Striker engine in this. You'll see why in the extra deck. Engage gets you a couple cards. There's lots of spells to put in the graveyard for the extra draw. It'd be nice to get the extra draw. This deck can scrap a bit, so it's worth having. On top of that, we're playing 1 Afterburner and 1 Hoarded Drones. 1 Hoarded Drones will get you into Kukari. It'll get you a Machine Monster, which is good for any contact fusing, or if you need more than like what you have, maybe between like a Buster and something else. It'll also help you link away other things and get rid of things, and this is just more removal. Of course, having them at 2 is important because if you go first or second, you can set this. You can get your Boral Sword a lot easier. You can get your Gumblar a lot easier. You can get pretty much anything you want out of them, and they're good cards to have, at least for protection. Double Desires, because if you have to go second, sure, you might banish a couple pieces, but you only really need 2 Buster Dragons. I don't think you need more than that. You're only going to activate this once a turn, but with the grind game, it's worth having. 1 Monster Reborn, because you can always bring back a Dragon Buster, especially when you get rid of it. Foolish Burial to send that piece away just in case you can't do anything more and you do have this 1 card and you just need an additional piece in the grave. Last off for the main deck, it's 3 Infinite Impermanence. This is good because Dragon Buster, it's good to sometimes use on your own card. I found it to be niche and tricky if you're going to, but Impermanence is just another hand trap. It gets rid of a few things, and if you're going into the grind game, setting it and like getting rid of a column is way more important than just Veiling something. Now, unfortunately, the deck is not that budget, but it's the best of what I can make. It comes to terms with playing online and playing against other people, at least in the local format right now. It's a bit niche, and it's pretty casual, but it can be very competitive. You are playing 3 ABC Dragon Buster. Dragon Buster is your go-to boss monster of the deck. He's what you want to put. You can probably get 3 on, but 2 is a standard. Summon Sorceress is good because it'll get you another piece in the grave. You can make her easier. She's also a decent cherries target. Gumblar, same thing. You can make it, but you should probably be making Dragon Buster, so it's a good cherries target. You don't want to lose half of your hand or most of your hand to it. This is for Rongo Turbo because without this, they can't make it, and that's pretty much it for those 3. 1 Boral Sword because you can make it really easy. 1 Cerberus for removal, and you can make it really easy. Phoenix for removal, and you can make it really easy. Kagari because you can have monsters that climb. Deco Talker because, I mean, he's a big boss monster, and now he's the new ace, so you can make him really easily with like Decode and two busters below him. Cleafor Genius because he's like one of the best cards in the deck. You can make him, they can't respond to a lot of your cards after that, and he's a machine, so he has 2 arrows pointing down. You can do him and maybe even a Decode after you make him, but he's a really good card. Last 3 are the Exceeds. We have a Tornado, Tsukiyomi, and a Dweller. I was going to put an Exciton Knight in here, but I already have the Sphere Modes on the side for the board clear. I like Dweller more because there's a lot of graveyard decks right now with zombies, and I mean, True Draco still exists and it's still a really good card. Tsukiyomi fixes your hands, it gets you basically a redraw, and Tornado Dragon gets rid of any kind of problematic spells that don't let you activate anything in response. Tornado Dragon might get cut for an Exciton or something else because you already have a couple removal spells or a couple removal monsters. So if you really can't special summon, then like how are you going to get to this without making like a Cerberus or a Phoenix? So it's tough. He kind of lost the game once Cerberus and Phoenix came out, so we'll see. Finally, we're on to the side deck. Side deck we have built for customs and Toronto locals. It's tough to figure out what the side deck is right now because the format's kind of weird and we're in the off season, but this is what we've got going into it. 3 Sphere Modes. Sphere Mode's good because you want to break the board. It's okay to get around when you leave it there, and should they have a board that's really oppressive and you're only going to keep a card after they Gumblar you, at least you kept a Sphere Mode. Yep. Next, obviously for cherries targets, cherries is important because if you're going to side them in with the Sphere Mode, at least you have a better chance of stopping them one way. You don't lose a lot of siding out every other card that isn't just your main win condition, which is making Buster Dragon, so it's totally okay to play this. Same thing applies here. The ABCs are a grind game. 3 evenly matched is important because you can just evenly them, clear their board and watch them suffer, and then you can make your stuff and just win later on and later on. 3 red reboot because if you have to go first or if they red reboot you evenly, you can red reboot them. This is for Altergeist as well, so it's important to get rid of a few traps and a few other things, maybe even Trick Stars if you don't want to banish some pieces. It's just good to have. Red reboot's an easy card. It's an easy safety card. And finally, for the Sky Striker matchup and anything else, like pretty much anything else, it's Shared Ride. Shared Ride gets you more cards in your hand so that your first turn is your best turn. It's probably your most explosive turn. So you want to make sure that if you are going second, and if they are adding a lot of cards to hand and doing a lot of draws and they're setting up a board, that you can either stop them or get the advantage that they were also going to get. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, subscribe for more quality content, and we'll see you in the next one.